Say hi to Peppa.
Hi, Peppa.
All right, people. I have another little thing that I have been working on this gun, and this is my main reason for shimming the barrel. The Elite team shoots really good in my boat guns. It's the best shooting ammo in all three of my boat guns, and I really wanted it to be able to cycle in this 1022, and it wouldn't. So I initially set out to find out why it wouldn't, and the first thing I found out was the rounds were chambering too low. The round was hitting the bottom of the chamber and getting hung up. So I shimmed my barrel out until, by hand, I could load them in, and it would center up in the chamber. And that wound up being 40 thousandths that I shimmed it forward to get it to do that. Well, when I came out here to shoot it, with it being in semi-auto action and the inertia of the recoil spring and the charging rod and all that, then it was placing the round a little high in the chamber and it was hitting the top. So I split the difference and I put 20 thousandths shim in the barrel to push it forward, and that dropped it down a little bit more. And I think I've got it. I'm hoping I got it. So I've got 3 10-round magazines loaded up here. I've got a target down there that was left over from the other day. And I'm going to drop down there on that target on the second row. And we're just going to see if this thing will actually cycle this flat nose bullet now. So let's get down there on that first one on the second row down there and see what it'll do. Before, every 2 or 3 rounds it would jam. All right. Don't look a lot better than Neely Contact as far as grouping, but it hasn't jammed yet. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Wow, that grouped pretty good. That's a pretty good group down there. And it hasn't jammed up yet, so there's 10 through it without jamming. Let's keep going. And if this works out, then I know how to help other people get their 1022s to cycle this flat nose bullet. I also chamfered the chamber opening ever so slightly to take the knife edge off of it. Now that one that went high was me. That was me. I pulled it before I was ready. This trigger is really, really light. Really, really light. That's a good group. I think we're getting enough of this type of lube down the barrel now that it's tightening up. I believe that's what was going on there, that first 2 or 3 groups. Well, the first 2 groups anyway. Let's get 2 more groups down there. That's why I wanted to make this cycle in this gun, this ammo, because it shoots really good. And this is the fastest lot I got of this. I'm going to try another lot too. Sounded like it jammed. Yep. Sounded like it jammed that time. And that wasn't the gun, that was the magazine. This is that magazine that's got a bad feed lip on it. So let's get one more round in there to finish that group up. And I'm going to try another lot down there underneath of it. I got to get rid of that magazine. That has caused me a lot of problems. The feed lips ain't just right on it, and the round gets hung on the feed lips and it doesn't make it up and out, and then the bolt comes over the top of the case and smashes the case down. Yeah, put him right in there with the rest of them. All right, folks, let's stop. I'm going to get another lot of this Ely team, and we're gonna keep going and do that last row down there and see how it turns out. Be right back. All right, everybody out there, I'm back, and this is another lot of Ely team. This lot is 1049. It's 1,049 feet per second. The other lot was 1,074, and I do have a lot that is 1,070. That lot that's 1,070, it shoots extremely good out of my Tika. I mean, extremely good. And so I try to save it for that. All right, let's drop down there to down to the third row on that target, and let's see how this one shoots. Now, did I put one in there? I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. Uh-oh, jammed up. Please don't start that. Yeah. Scarred up. I hate that. Thought I had it fixed. Thought I had it fixed. Let's see what we got. That's the bad thing about these 1022s. There's certain ammo that they just don't want to shoot. And I'm really trying to get it to shoot this team. It shot the other lot good. Maybe the gun's getting dirty. Yeah, get him warmed back up. See what we got. I can see right now it likes the faster ammo. You don't like that slow ammo. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Yeah, I don't like this lot. Don't like it. It shot the other lot really good. Yeah, if you look at that other row up there, it looks really good compared to this. Looks really good. And I think I'm going to try some, I might put another target down there, and I'm going to try some Ely semi-auto bench rest precision and some SK semi-auto rifle out of this thing since I've got it tuned up. Well, if I get these last 5 rounds out of here without a jam, then I've only had actually one jam that was a gun's fault and one that was a magazine. Well, that ain't a bad looking group. So let me go down there and change my target out, and we're going to try some semi-auto bench rest precision, and we're going to try some SK semi-auto rifle and see how this thing shoots those ammos. Be right back with you. Alrighty, this lead fever. Now, what my quest was for this Ruger Custom Shop 1022 was for me to be able to get the Ely flat nose bullets, the EPS bullets, to feed. I was having a lot of trouble. Every third or fourth round would jam, and it would smash the nose of the bullet, render it useless. And I initially shimmed my barrel out 40 thousandths. It did a little better, but it was still jamming, and I figured I had it shimmed out a little too far. So I backed it in half that distance for 20 thousandths. I have one jam this whole time, and I have one magazine issue. So we shot 60 rounds, and up here we shot the 1074 feet per second Ely team and wound up with a .248 inch average. And you can see we had some really good groups there. This one right here at .2125, that's 4 rounds of one hole and then that one up above it. This one here is a good group. That's not bad. You know, we had some that opened up. The bad thing about that flat nose bullet is when you try to run it in semi-auto, because of the extra action, you know, it does deform the bullet a little bit and makes them not as accurate as in a bolt rifle. In my Tikka, this stuff usually averages in a group like this number of groups, between a .15 and a .18. So, and I do measure these to the widest point, and I had somebody contact me from Rainforest Central and tell me, oh, you're doing it all wrong and everything. So I took their advice, and instead of deducting .22 from each group after finding the widest point, I deduct .215. I really don't see how significant that is. I'm not competing against anybody. There's no prize at stake here. I'm just seeing what ammo shoots the best out of my gun. And this right here, I'm just trying to make it cycle. So I did. I was successful in getting it to cycle in my gun now. And it looks like that it's shooting better than most all the other ammos. So I feel like it was a success. And we got some good looking groups there. .248 average for the 1074 feet per second, and the 1049 feet per second is .288. So this rifle does like the faster ammo. So this is Lead Fever. Thank you for watching. Glad you came by to check it out. It's the Ruger 1022 competition. It's got the custom barrel and trigger in it. You'll see some more of it later on. So everybody have a great evening. We'll catch you on the flip.